So, hello, my draconic brothers and sisters. My name is Tim Heyer, and I am a dragon witch. And in the beginning of my path, I was very much blessed with someone who actually guided me. It was supposed to be just after my awakening, just after I saw the dragon realm. I came to meet her inside of a new age shop simply because there was a dragon for sale and I wanted to have that. It was very beautiful and it reminded me of my dragon. And so I entered the store and she could feel my dragon. I told this to no one and she could feel it and she spoke to me about it. And she said, she told me many things that I didn't know about dragons. She knew a lot of things about dragons. It was supposed to be, my brothers and sisters. Sometimes our path is led like this. Our path is led by dragons, and the dragon wanted me to meet this lady who worked over there. She was very famous because she was in the newspaper because she could see she could actually help the police with a lot of mystery and solved a lot of things, a lot of cases. So she became my friend, and she was saying how yeah, whatever I had, this dragon by my side, she never felt this before in such a way, of course, because it was actually her who said every dragon's path that you are taking is going to be different. And she teach me also how connected they are with nature. How that is also the reason why I am in the forest. I love the forest, and it reminds me a lot of the dragons, the beauty of the dragon. Um, and I thought for a lot of times that the closest element that I had, for example, was the earth, because I love the earth, I love the forest. But my dragon mentor in the beginning of my path already said a different thing. She said, it's very interesting to know what your element is, the closest element. Of course, all of the four elements are represented. Even the fifth element is represented inside of you, and every dragon is inside of you, she said. But there is one that is the greatest of all. Doesn't mean, for example, if your element is like this, then your dragon god is like that. No, 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 no. It means that your soul is made certainly out of that element. That element is the closest to you. And I was surprised whatever she said. She touched my. She said, where can you feel your energy the best? I said, here, wherever the dragon touched me. Oh yes. And then she touched it, and she said, my element, the element that is closest to me. And I was surprised because she said, your element is fire. Fire. I'm not that kind of guy that is enraged that easily. I'm very peaceful and calm. And but she said something different. You are ready to take on the world. You are ready to go against injustice. You are ready to speak up about it. That is the fire that you have. That is the fire that I feel. You are ready to talk about everything, such as your dragons, such as everything that you are passionate about. And wherever you are passionate about, it's pure fire, she said. And eventually, I see a lot of injustice against animals, so I became an animal rights activist, going against the law because I see it as injustice. I speak up about dragons, even though a lot of people see it as something crazy. When the more that they say it's crazy, the louder I become to say that dragons are real and dragons supposed to be a dragon's path and a spirituality. Even though a lot of people said how they laughed in my face, but I became even louder. And also, whenever I wanted to seek out the bullies that bullied me so much, the half of them are dead. Uh, that is what she said. Everyone who touches the fire is going to get burned. And that is eventually what they do to you. They try to touch you. They try to, they try to do bad things to you, but whenever you are playing with fire, you can get burned. And that is eventually what people have by your side if they catch you on your bad side. It won't happen that fast, but eventually they will get burned whenever they touch you. The fire element is, in fact, the fire of Fafnir. I always says the fire of Fafnir, the one that is born not as a dragon but in human skin, and eventually became a dragon because of his soul that was a dragon, and so he became one with fire once he was killed by Siegfried. And Fafnir became one with fire, but not simply fire. physical fire, but also the spirit that lives within. Fire, Fafnir stands for the soul of the dragon, and the soul of the dragon is fire in itself. And that is why people say dragons breathe fire. Well, in fact, no, they show their spirit, and people thought it was fire, but in fact, it was the spirit that the dragon showed. The dragon showed the spirit that seemed like fire because it was lighting up so much. It felt like fire. Fire and the dragon's soul is in fact one. And things that I learned. And eventually, that is also what I feel very much. The fire that is here, that wherever she touched. And I was surprised because I love nature so much. I love the trees. I love the earth the most, in fact. But whenever I see the fire, I am very much enchanted by it. And I love to touch the fire, yeah, eventually. Fire is something that is indeed living in all of us. We don't have just one particular element but there is, all of them are represented in you. All of the dragon gods are with you, but there is one that is the greatest. But it doesn't mean, of course, that Fafnir is the closest to me. It's always has been Tiamat, and that is also what she could feel very well, my mentor. There is a higher force of feminine power that is actually the architect of your path. But she couldn't say the name. The name is something that I have to reveal later on. But it was a dragon goddess, she said, a dragon goddess. And of course, who is a dragon goddess? That is, of course, Tiamat. Tiamat is not fire. Tiamat is more closer to water and the earth, like I say. But it doesn't mean that her children supposed to be the same thing. Her children can be all of the other kinds of energies. And it doesn't mean that I don't have a connection with Fafnir. Fafnir came to me later on and also touched a lot of me, but I didn't expect that I was his one so close to his fire. I didn't expect that until my mentor actually said that. And she made a lot of sense when she said, you can take on the world, you are very passionate, you talk about something that other people don't talk about, and you are not afraid of it. And whenever they touch you, they will get burned. And that is eventually what happened to me. So don't mess with the dragon, which we are the most powerful ones, and we don't even realize it. That is what I can understand from this. And sometimes we don't have to rush things, don't have to immediately know what your element is, what the closest element is. That is something that you need to figure out. I always thought it was closer to the earth and to the waters, but in fact it turned out to be fire. I am very much dragon fire. I am how do they call it? Yeah, there was this movie about Hobbit, but he said about I am fire, I am death. Oh, such a demonization of the dragon. But it was all based on, of course, Fafnir. So, Smaug the dragon in The Hobbit was actually based on Fafnir. Fafnir the fire dragon. So I am fire, I am death, and but I can also say I am life because I am passionate about life. I am passionate against injustice. I am passionate for helping dragons, helping those who are with dragons, helping those like innocent animals against bullies like hunters and things like this. And there is a lot of hatred in me. You might not see it, but there is a lot of darkness within me. And this darkness, I learned how to steer it, how to aim it. And whenever I aim it at someone, it's going to be pure fire. And this fire is going to blaze amazingly. And everyone should act. And that is why people, they react differently whenever they see me. And that is because they are afraid of fire. They don't know who you are, they don't understand you, and they might feel that. A lot of people feel that kind of fire. In fact, there is not a lot of people who has the main element as fire. There is not a lot of people. There is just a couple of them, and the dragon can be very much responsible of that fire that is living within you, because like I said, every dragon spirit is made out of fire. It's passionate, it's amazing. But it can also be that your closest element is water, air, or earth. You have to figure this out from yourself. The best way to figure this out? Yeah, of course. I had a mentor. I had someone who said it to me. I had someone who felt it better than I did. But whenever you can feel it the best, you have to meditate. You have to feel this for yourself. What do you feel within yourself? Fire, earth, air, water. What is the most powerful? What is actually raging inside of yourself? Water is the most intense one, because but also the one that is most relaxed. The air is the one that is the wisest, and the earth in itself is the one that is the very much the most powerful one, but fire is the one that is the most passionate, the most yeah, the warrior, you can say. Fire is the warrior, and that is what I'm yeah, there is some kind of a dragon spirit within myself that can be declared as a dragon warrior. That is what she said. That is where her words. That I am much more closer to a draconic kind of warrior who comes up against injustice, and we talks about dragons, and we talks about something in the that even if you are in the minority, you are not afraid to talk about it and to fight against it, or to fight for it. Eventually, that is what fire is. Fire doesn't mean that you are an annoying person. Fire means that you are passionate. Fire means that you are a warrior. Fire means that you want to talk about this. So I might not be the most wisest, I might not be the most powerful one, but I am the most passionate one. And I want to talk about this, about something that people declare me crazy about. And also here in the forest, I try to help the ones that supposed to need help, of course. We all have fire within ourselves. And the fire doesn't mean that we breathe it. The fire means that we have it in our spirit. The fire needs to be awakened, and the fire is your dragon spirit. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.